Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed a video on my, I guess you'd say my Revive Your Curls routine. This is pretty much what I do if I'm coming from my hair being straightened or some kind of blowout, or even if it's been in some kind of protective style, just to kind of give my curls like the protein and life that they need to kind of bounce back for the wash and go that I like. So I recorded a little bit of the routine, kind of what I do, and I'll show you step by step of the products that I use. But yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'll list all the products. Again, if you have any questions, just leave them below in the comments. And thanks for watching. Okay, so first what I do is I start out with what's called a pre-poo, which is basically what you do before you shampoo your hair to kind of add moisture. Basically, it's really good with it being so cold outside. Your hair is normally a little bit drier. Mine is a mixture of Jamaican black castor oil and tea tree oil. I use the color applicator bottle to kind of keep from making a mess. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. I do about 3 parts Jamaican black castor oil and 1 part tea tree oil, and what I do is I heat those in the microwave for about 12 seconds. You want to test that on the back of your hand just to make sure that it's not too warm, because I have made it too hot before and it was not very fun. But what you do is just apply that all over your scalp and all over your hair from root to end. And how much you need, I put about 2 ounces in this bottle, but I actually ended up using a little over half of it. How much you need will depend on how much hair you have, as far as how thick your hair is, how long your hair is, etc. After allowing the pre-poo to sit for about 10 minutes, remove the plastic cap and shampoo your hair. Now I know that some people say using a clarifying shampoo is the best for after using any kind of pre-poo treatment. Personally, I just don't like clarifying shampoos. They're a little bit drying for my liking, but if that's what you normally use, you can absolutely use that today. What I did is I just used the Hello Hydration shampoo by Herbal Essence, and I just shampooed twice. And then I followed up with the Aussie Moist conditioner. I'm usually not really picky about conditioner, but I like this one. It provides a good bit of moisture, a lot of slip, and it's affordable. So once you've rinsed out your conditioner, you detangled, and just towel dried slightly, you still want your hair to be damp. Then you want to section your hair into 4 parts, and this is when you're going to apply your Oiudad mask. I heard about this mask from Mo Knows Hair, and she raved about it, so I'm like, okay, I have to try it. Now I won't lie, it's pretty pricey. It was about $44 for the container that I bought, but y'all, I swear it was so worth it. Even just after the first time that I used the mask, I could tell a major difference in my curls, and every time after that they just pop right back to life. So if you're having trouble with a little bit of heat damage, I'd say definitely try that mask. I found mine at Ulta. I'm not sure where else you can find it, but I'm sure you can find it online if you don't have an Ulta in your area, or if your Ulta for some reason doesn't have one. Once you've evenly distributed the Oiudad mask throughout your hair, and I'll say especially concentrate on the ends, since that's the oldest hair and usually needs the most care, but you want to cover your hair with a plastic cap, and at that point you either want to sit under some type of hooded dryer. As you can see, I have like a bonnet dryer, so I sit under that for about 15 minutes. Now if you don't have any type of hooded dryer, that's fine. You can wrap your hair, once you put it in a plastic cap, you can wrap it in a towel and leave that on for about 45 minutes. The only thing is, if you don't have that heat like from a hooded dryer, I'd say just leave the mask on a little bit longer, but it'll still do the trick. Okay, so after you've allowed your Oiudad mask to sit for 15 minutes, you want to remove your cap and rinse with cold to lukewarm water. After you've completely rinsed the mask from your hair, at this point you want to kind of towel dry it. But I like to use an old t-shirt because I find that prevents more frizz than using a regular towel. Now if you have a microfiber towel, that would work great as well. Okay, so at this point you want to begin to add your stylers. Now I like to start with the Aphogee Keratin and Green Tea Restructurizer, and then I like to follow up with the Aphogee Curlific Moisture Rich Leave-In. Once I've evenly distributed the product throughout my hair, I then part my hair into 2 sections and begin to detangle it from the end to the root. Once you've detangled the section, you want to apply the final styling agent, which is going to be the Aphogee Curlific Curl Definer. Once I've applied the curl definer, what I like to do is take my diamond brush, go through the section a couple of more times, and then scrunch the hair to kind of make the curls clump together and form. Now this is where I place my part wherever I want it, whether it's going to be a side part, middle part, or however you like it. And then I use my Denman brush again to take those curls that were just separated to get those clumped back together. Once you have your part in the place that you like it, at this point you want to diffuse your hair. I like to diffuse on low heat and at medium speed. Okay, once you've diffused your hair about 90% dry, at this point you want to seal it with some type of oil. Now today I used Moroccan Argan oil, but coconut oil is my favorite. I just happen to be out at this time. At this point you can go back in and diffuse your hair to dry the remainder of it, but usually at this point I just let it air dry since it's already about 90% dry. And that's it. That's how I revive my curls after it's been straight or in a protective style. Now I preserve this by wearing it in a pineapple and covering it with a satin bonnet at night.